Abhrajit, I'll come to you. As India went into one of the strictest lockdowns in the world, businesses across sectors had to shift to a virtual work model to enable business continuity. So, can you talk about the impact remote work had on your organization's smooth running?
Definitely. Actually, I would like to go back to the date. Actually, 22nd March 2020, all of a sudden this thing has been declared that you cannot come to office, and it was a bolt from the blue kind of thing because we are a manufacturing organization. It's a, that the story is altogether different from the people who work on the consulting or something else like that. So first of all, we had to continue our work, and the biggest challenge to that as a technology leader, or can say like that IT department, we had the whole infrastructure was designed content within the perimeter. Okay, so it was designed to work within the office, your data center, some portion in cloud, something like that. But all of a sudden, the perimeter got diluted. So you had to allow people to work from home. Fortunately, with these collaboration platforms like Microsoft, Google, and others of the world, so we could manage immediately to switch our back office to the house. Rest of the people work from home. They could remotely connect, and we had sufficient kind of security enabled infrastructure so that switching was not that difficult. But at the end of the day, but it was very heavily impacted for a few months, the manufacturing part of it, because no one was allowed inside the office. I mean, inside the manufacturing ground. And then what happened? Then all of a sudden, we started realizing that without that, we'll not be earning the bread. So we had to get back to the floors. So there again came down the challenge for all these physical testings and other thing. Of course, contact tracing and all those stuff came in as a load for the IT department. We could enable them. We had to somehow coped up, and then believe me, it was not more than 2 or 3 months. We had to around 2.5 months that we were not able to do the work properly. But people went back with the ramping up of the productions and all. But the office, around the R&D and IT department, the developers, they started working from home. So we really experienced the hybrid model of the work. Some portion of the people are working on ground, and some people portion are all meetings. Still now that I should say the benefits, whatever we have reaped, whatever we are doing now today, these virtual discussions and all, that mode is still on. That mode is still on. We have got benefited by this, or I would say like the paradigm shift. Quite a lot of cost cutting on the travel. But I got a lot of cost cutting on the, what do you say, like, arranging meetings on the conference halls and other thing. In fact, all those senior leadership management meetings used to happen in a very large posh hotels and other stuff. Those things are now totally knocked off. So there are some spin-offs definitely we got in this hybrid model. And the availability of the opinion, I should not say availability of the person, I should say availability of the opinion was available at any point in time. So right in the evening, if anything wants to be discussed, with a cup of tea or with a cup of coffee, people used to join the meeting and do the thing. So this is how we coped up with. Definitely, this pandemic has made us learn a lot of things. So like the way you used to think about I should restrict my discussion about the IT infrastructure. It has helped us to think in a different way altogether. So that's the benefit we reached out of that. So I think that's and just last thing to add. I would say that I got to see this, what Amrita was telling about, that people wanted to come back to office. That's a real mixed kind of reactions we have received. But definitely the productivity, whatever I have received from my development team, my SAP consulting team, was much higher than what was there available on ground. I mean, from 5 to 9, 9 to 5 kind of thing, people used to work because they were locked down. They were in the lockdown. They used to have no other things to do.